see if he's looks like he's going to move. Doesn't look to be in the worst of condition. So I need to grip off the casing itself. The casing itself could be of use in the future. It's not broken or anything like that. We could be lucky. Oh, sure, it's cut. It's actually cut here, so we just tap it through. And we can work on that pin then another day. Okay, so you can probably, it's a little bit hard to make out the gears there with all the grease, so that's that. So we need to separate, to reuse this part, this gear anyway, we need to take all that out, take the shaft out. For this job, all we want to do is start getting penetrating oil down on that cup at the top, just a little wedge bit. Seems to be going down into it there. And we really do need to get this lad out. So we do. And these can be a pig to get out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Mr. Hacksaw blade. I think probably the best option here. Unless I want to try him with the tap of a hammer. Mr. Hacksaw blade could just be as handy now. We'll give him a dunt and see. Yeah, I think Mr. Hacksaw blade, I think I don't want to go damaging the casing of this too much. He might be moving. No, I don't think so. And I don't want to go wrecking that. That could be useful. So we'll get Mr. Hacksaw blade with him. And I'll put in a new, brand new blade. And we will snig him out. It's all useless anyway. It's all damaged. It's no good. Things are too worn, things are cut with angle grinders, but we'll salvage what we can out of it. We'll store them all together and keep them in one place so we know these are parts of the original. Lift, adjustable lift arm, and picture also unless you've something in off the wall. It'd be handy having them there, you never know, we might need them. So I'm going to come back when I have this cut out and we'll see if that thing will tap up and if we can get that threaded rod out. Right, we're nearly cut through, so tight there. I think that's about it. Nearly. Just a little lip left on that. I should get it holding it here. That's ready to come out. Kind of is. I can only use one hand to do it this way because it's attaching the blade. Okay. Lovely. So that's that. That knuckle, as I said, is because it was cut off there, it's missing this bit on that side there, so it's all good. So now I'll get a bit of a hand wire brush there for that. Just clean off a bit. Have a look and see what are we working with. The chances of never taken out. It's like the frost plug on the side of that. The block or cylinder head. That's what it's like. That's just press fit. So what I like to do then is I like to get a bit of timber, have timber underneath it here, and tap up, and that rod should by rights push that out. That's the way it should work anyway. Good chance we're going to need something a bit stronger underneath us than just this bench. And then there's that. And then what we do is we inspect this gear here for wear. And we compare it to the other one. And whichever one is less worn is what we put in our original one. It's a helical gear. And the other gear goes in there. Goes in there and it meets it there. And it meshes into it. Turn it with the lever then. So that's basically what you're talking about there. Grease isn't too old either. So that is what we're working with here. So that'll be a nice little project for one of the wet evenings. See which one is in best condition. Piece it all together. And then have it for me 20 diesel for having it looking a bit more original, but not having it on when I am using the transfer box. So it only ends up bending them. So that'll go back in there, that'll tap in there. So we have achieved a nice bit on our lift arm, adjustable lift arm. We've got one complete, but we're still going to go take all this apart, take that out and have a look at that, because that will be doing the job right. If it turns out that this threaded rod that was in there for probably since day one, it turns out that that looks a little bit better, then the end of the gear in there will slap him in. So simple as that. The coil gas pump, I managed to get this. It's nerve-wracking enough because you break one of these and it's all kind of useless. And yes, I could probably get rid of it as it is, but I want to use some of the parts of this for my other Ferguson 20. So that goes in there, that's brass. I wanted to get this free, and I wanted to see if the ball bearing and the spring was in here. And there's your ball bearing there, and the spring is also in there as well. So that is good news. They are vital to it, so we'll keep them in there safe. And so we've got this loosened there on that. Now we have to get this loose on that, on this. Now this is brass. So I'm going to move over to the other vice, because the jaws on it aren't as jagged as this, and we'll try and see. We'll just have this soaking in a bit of penetrating oil. It seems to be blocked. So, oh, maybe is it blocked still? Don't see any coming out yet, but we'll give that plenty of time and poke a bit of wire down through it and all of that in due course. We careful here. This does look like it could take a bit more convincing. It's not important for now that this comes out of there, because it simply just will have to go back in there. Yeah, so I'm not going to tempt fate. I don't like the feeling of that, so that's okay. So we're just going to let this soak a bit longer. Again, as I said, it doesn't actually have to come out of there. As long as this is coming out and as long as this is coming off, we should be able to work with it. So we'll have to get this bit of broken wire cleaned out of there, because that'll have to take a new bit of wire with an olive on the end of it. In the meantime, we can clean this up a little bit. So that's looking a bit even better there, just for that quick rub. Obviously you can turn it around and clean it up a bit better, but just to see what we're working with. So these are all very specific little fittings, and there's a lot of them on the system. So try and see if we can get this bit of pipe out. Again, it's not going to be vital unless we need it. So that's it coming out there. So that's good. If we have to pull off that bit of pipe there, we can, or just cut it with the hacksaw. It doesn't matter what way it wants to come off. Might just cut it off. That's all scrap, unfortunately. Okay, see if we can get that out. Can. And we're left with the important brass fitting, and that'll take a new bit of pipe and a new olive, and then that'll make its way down to the heater plug or to the injector. So that's good. So now we can put that on and keep our ball bearing in where it's meant to be. The next one we need to get moving is this lad here. So I'm going to be careful where I grab it. Nice and softly. Soft as possible. See, oh, that's moving already. Okay, a little bit of penetrating oil. Let's work on that. But we're not there yet, because Jesus, there's an awful lot of parts in these. The inside one's coming out, so we'll move over to the softer jaw there. I'll try and take him off. He's 7/16, so we'll try and take him off over here. Do the least amount of damage to the brass fitting. So as I said, I do need, there's a sealing washer there that mightn't want to come off because it might have got crimped, so we have to be careful what way we hold this, because that might just be good enough to work again. Try and see if we can hold it there without damaging that. Probably going to be a bit fun. It doesn't want to come off. So we'll see. Might have no choice but to damage that sealing washer, and I don't mind that too much. I'll replace it with another one. I'm not worried about that. Most likely going to get damaged. Don't think I'm going to get away with salvaging it this time. Yeah. This again, if this feels anyway like it's going to go, not cooperating, it's too brass. fittings, so because they're the same metal, it could easily just be a little bit awkward. Sometimes when they're different metals, they don't seem to get corroded into each other, stuck into each other. Try a metric one. This might just be a tighter fit than 11 is. Okay, I'm really happy with how that feels, so I should really be trying the ring end on this now. Have a good grip on it. I want to get a nice square grip on this, because the last thing I want is for it to make shit of it now. On you, baby. No, we're slipping. Okay, so a little bit more soaking on that is required, so that's okay. We have the patience, we have the time for that, and all we damaged there was the copper washer, so I'm not worried about that. We will get the copper washer off that easy enough. Maybe now is the time to get it off. Might just get rid of that. Now, the pliers, that's wide enough. Get it off. Without damaging the threads, Darren. Good man yourself. Try and just maybe thread them off a little bit. Awkward now. I might have to get the Dremel at him. Just don't want to go damaging any threads. I'm very sure these are strange threads now. I'm not sure what I'm going to have taps for. But we might be able to poke it up and cut them with the hacksaw if we have to. I think that might be the way forward. He's gone a little bit egg shaped. It's just going to be a little bit awkward. But anyway, that's the kind of height of what's going on here now. Mainly avoiding hoovering the house, as I've been asked to do. So look, we'll work on that. That's no biggie. It's bending there easy, so we'll definitely get him off and out of the way without too much hardship. Every time I squeeze him one way, he widens another way. Just a nice snug fit. It's a pity that we have to damage him to get a grip of the other bit in the vise, but as I said, if I have to, I'll just give him a cut with the hacksaw. So yeah, look, we'll do that another day. That's no biggie. But look, we're getting there at the same time. We're making progress. Getting the Kai gas pump stripped down a little bit. Most of it is cooperating, and there's an awful lot of parts in these. There's an awful lot of bits that have to be right for them to come apart. But they sure are nice to have on your Ferguson 20 diesel. I know the one I have at home there is missing some bits, so I'll be able to use what's on this to make it complete. And I have a spare injector there as well. The one, the other Ferguson 20 is just where the injector goes in from. It's just blanked, so we'll be able to use that. I could just get the Dremel if I wanted and cut that off. Like, I don't really intend on my other Ferguson to ever actually have this 100% working, but have it complete. God, you're being awkward, aren't you? You're being awkward. Anyway, look, keep saying I'm going to do it another day, but then I keep trying to get it off. It's not important for today. So, most important thing is that we have these parts. What is annoying me is that little bio isn't coming out of it. I want him out. I want that lad out. So I might just give him dart the wire brush and the drill. I put on a different fitting that'll get in or cleaning around there for me. I'll get some penetrating oil down into it. And that'll at least help. The next time we put a spanner on it. Brass is a strange metal. It can get an awful grip on things. So I'm fairly sure that's a standard enough fitting. When it's going into that, I'm fairly sure that's standard enough. And I think if I can get it out, even damaging it a little bit, I think I should be able to screw in even a metal one. Yes, it would be lovely to keep the brass. So that's that out of the way. Now we might just be able to get a better socket on that. I think the socket is going to be the way forward. I'll try 7/16 first. A little bit loose. Try an 11. The 11 is a bit tighter. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for there. Give him a tap, 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 and see. I won't tap him on the whole way because we mightn't be able to get it back off that easy. Oh, we'll be able to tap it out, won't we? Yeah. Tap it out from here, so I will tap it on the whole way. Now, I think I'll hold him this way in the middle here. Nice and square. I will be able to file out any damage to that. Oh, that's what we want to hear. That is what we want to hear. And that's the little grip that brass gets. Beauty, thing of beauty. Okay, lovely. So we put this on here now, and we will get our little punch and punch that out. So now it looks like we're winning slowly. Okay, and there you have it, just enough of the old pipe in it that I might just tap out. So I want to be careful putting that in the vise. Squeezing it too hard, all it'll do is widen, and it will not come out. I just want to start moving it a little bit on the pipe if I can. Or will I just try tap it out? I might just try tap it out. Tap it out this way, the olive is stopping it. So again, very careful that I don't go grabbing threads. Just going to grab the wide part there. Nice and easy, slightly wider one. Again, this should come out handy because it's two different metals. Lovely. Now we can get our narrow one. Hopefully that will just tap out the last of it. And here we have our usable part. And all going well without any hardship that's going in there. So brilliant. So we're winning again. We are winning again. So that goes on there. So that is basically the way we want it, because after that it's just going to be you make up your own pipes or you buy them new. Lovely. Okay. I am missing this off the one at home, so I know I need that, and I'm missing all this as well. I think I'm missing all, yeah. So that's brilliant to have all of that loosened. So this can be a parts donor for the one to make the one at home complete. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. Okay. So next on the agenda is to start stripping my starters, because this is going to, I think it's going to be my parts donor. Some of the brushes there don't look great, so we'll definitely go try and remove some of these that are holding in the magnets. And for now we'll try and take out the long, or at least get them lubricated up a little bit here. There is long, if anyone watched the dynamo video there on the 20 diesel put up lately, it would have been the last video before this. Let's take out these big long screw bolts to go to full length into the aluminium casing at the end. So they're sticking out the other end, so put a bit of penetrating oil on them. Hopefully that'll start the process, and then we'll give him, okay, so that's making the right sounds there. That's good, that came out very easy. The starter isn't even held in the vice that hard, and that one's starting to crack loose as well. So that is good. So that's all I'm going to do that this evening, because I'm really, this video is probably more than long enough, so I'll probably actually end up having to make a few videos out of it. But that is where we are at. It'll be interesting stripping down the rest of these starters, having a look inside the condition of the brushes, and strip this down with some nice original brass nuts there. And some of the brushes and that obviously are not going to work great when there's only one wire instead of two attached to it. But look, we have some nice Bendix spares as well there. So I'll leave it there for this video. I'll probably make 2 videos out of this, and we'll continue on the next day. So slán go fóill.